Okay. Hello, this is Shade-Duelist, and I'm going to do the accent meme today because, well, at least someone wants me to do it. So I have the questions here. Let's see. Your name, Rebecca Steurs, which is like Belgian. Username, yeah, mostly it's Shade-Duelist. And at some sites it's also some variation of that. Meaning of your URL, well, Shade-Duelist actually comes from my interest in the Secret of Mana series, because the element of darkness there is shade, and in the Seiken Densetsu 3 game, the dark class for Duran, my favorite character, is Duelist, so hence. And the other username that you may know me under on YouTube is Shade Yoshi. Well, Yoshi, obvious, but always Shade. Age, I am 27, and yeah, well, I know I'm old, so. Okay, pronounce the following words: aunt, roof, root, wash, oil, theater, iron, salmon, caramel, fire, water, shore, data, ruin, crayon, New Orleans, pecan, both, again, probably, avenue, Alabama, Alabama, lawyer, coupon, mayonnaise, pajamas, coat, naturally, aluminum, gif, doorknob, envelope, drawing, tomato, often, dog, February, syrup, leisure, about, process, status, organization, orange, talk, mobile, idea, dynasty, renaissance, patronize, breakfast, draw, horror, herbs. And then, what is it called when you throw toilet paper on a house? That's TPing a house, I think. What is a bubbly carbonated drink called? Soda. What do you call gym shoes? I think sneakers. I didn't really know. What do you call your grandparents? Well, that's less interesting because that would be the Dutch words. I called my grandparents at my mother's side Bomma and usually Bompa, but my mother called her father always Daddy, so I always called him Daddy. And then my grandparents at my father's side were Moeke and Vake. And now I call my grandmother from my father's side Moo, because all her other grandchildren do that, and that's easier for her. What do you call the wheeled contraption in which you carry groceries at the supermarkets? That is a shopping cart, I think. What is the thing you change the TV channel with? The remote control. Choose a book and read a passage from it. I have Ian McEwan, Atonement, and that's very easy. I'll read about halfway through the page. One word contained everything he felt and explained why he was to dwell on this moment later. Freedom. In his life as in his limbs. Long ago, before he had even heard of grammar schools, he was entered for an exam that led him to one. Cambridge, much as he enjoyed it, was the choice of his ambitious headmaster. Even his subject was effectively chosen for him by a charismatic teacher. Now, finally, with the exercise of will, his adult life had begun. There was a story he was plotting with himself as the hero, and already its opening had caused a little shock among his friends. Landscape gardening was no more than a bohemian fantasy, as well as a lame ambition. So he So he had analyzed it with the help of Freud to replace or surpass his absent father. Schoolmastering in 15 years' time, head of English, Mr. R. Turner, M.A. Cantab, was not in the story either, nor was teaching at a university. Despite his first, the study of English literature seemed in retrospect an absorbing parlor game, and reading books and having opinions about them the desirable adjunct to a civilized existence. But it was not the core, whatever Dr. Leavis said in his lectures. It was not the necessary priesthood, nor the most vital pursuit of an inquiring mind, nor the first and last defense against the barbarian horde, any more than the study of painting or music, history or science. Do you think you have an accent? Yes, I have an accent. I have multiple accents. I have an English accent when I read an English book, when I talk to an Englishman. I have an American accent when I talk to Americans, when I just regularly talk in English to myself. I can do a Texas accent to perfection, according to my husband. I will do that later at the end. And I think of myself, yeah, of course I have an accent. I'm not a native English speaker, so I will have an accent. Then, be a wizard or a vampire? I'm a wizard, didn't you know? Do you know anyone on Tumblr in real life? No, sadly not. Most of the people that use Tumblr are across the ocean, I am afraid, so if I ever would meet any one of the people of Tumblr in real life, I would be like overjoyed. Oh my god, you're that person? What do you say to address a group of people? Hey, you guys, people. Like when I was teaching English, I was like, people, all the time. What do you call the kind of spider that has an oval-shaped body and extremely long legs? I know in English it's called a daddy long legs. We call it a hooiwagen, which is like a hay cart translated. It doesn't make any sense when you translate it. What do you call it when rain falls while the sun is shining? I don't know what it's called in English, but we have a expression for that that means, well, roughly translated, that would mean carnival in hell. But I don't really know what it's called in English. And then to sum up and to finish off, I can do, according to my husband, a very good imitation of a Texan accent. I don't think it's really that good, but I do the Meet the Engineer video of Team Fortress 2 a lot, and he says I'm pretty good at it, so I'm going to try it and try it out here. Hey, look, buddy, I'm an engineer. That means I solve problems. Not not problems like, for instance, what is beauty, because that would fall within the purview of your conundrums of philosophy. I solve practical problems. For instance, how am I supposed... Wait. How am I supposed to stop some mean Mother Hubbard tearing me a structurally superfluous new behind? The answer? Use a gun. And if that don't work, use more gun. Like this little heavy caliber tripod mounted little plum work designed by me, built by me, and you'd best hope not pointed at you. I so love Engineer. He's such a badass, learned guy. Anyway, that was the accent meme. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you don't laugh too much. I mean, I know I'm silly, so... Okay, greetings, have a nice evening, and I hope to see you around.